Hey guys, welcome back to a new tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you part 2 of the Unity imagery system. So, let's go and just jump right into it. So, I'm going to go ahead and open up, let's see, the imagery manager. And we're going to actually change this. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to actually be taking it to where you can drop the items and pick them back up and it works perfectly fine. So let's go right into it. What first we want to do is we're just gonna go ahead and say if next slot equals 12, then go ahead and say next slot equals 0. Alright, so after that, what you want to do is let's go down here. You want to say else next slot plus equals 1. And we're also gonna say here before the hit transform, or after, yeah, in the hit transform, we're gonna say if game object dot find slot plus next slot. I'm gonna say dot game object. And by the way, we are going to be changing the other scripts too. So when I put this in, it will most likely not be in the next script. So we're just going to finish the script off and then go to the next script and add all the stuff in the next script. Okay, so that else statement is actually should be going to the next parentheses, or actually this one here. So let's see. So this one needs to be going on this one. So that else statement should hook up with this one here. So this one is attached to this one, and the else is on that. Okay. So let's go ahead and go on to the next script. I think we're about finished with that one. We might come back to it and change some stuff though. Alright, so go ahead and open up slot. Okay, yeah, that's the wrong script. Slot. This one. Okay, we don't have much stuff in here, but it will definitely be a lot. There is a lot of stuff that's going to go in here. So we actually need to say public sprite or original. The spelling doesn't matter right now. I'll probably change this later to another name. Do public bool is available. Equals true, because we want it to be true at first, because it is available. Okay, so in the update function, we're going to go ahead and say if is available. Let's copy this. I will probably want to go and change all this stuff and check it for spelling and all that later. Equals true. Then we're going to go ahead and say this dot get component button dot enabled equals false. And then we're going to do the same thing over here, except we'll say false and true. Okay, so that's important right there. Here's our slot function. You're gonna go ahead and have to say number. Let's see, do I have a number function up here? Or the number? No, I don't. That is something we need. So we'll say public int number. I don't think we need this stuff here, but the weight anyway, or the icon. But we'll keep it just in case. We're gonna probably use it later. Okay, we're gonna go down here and we're gonna say number equals GameObject.find main camera. We're gonna have to change this later. .GameObject get component, and we're gonna get the component of inventory manager. So, and then we're gonna say .items, which is the list, the list that we have there, and then we're gonna say .count -1. Actually, we're probably gonna need to say minus equals 1. Okay. Oh no, just -1. Yeah, I think that should work. Alright, just check that. I'm going to go over into... I have another survival series that I'm working on. Or the same survival series, except it is a... It doesn't matter. It's... Alright. So... we're going to keep this stuff here. And then we're going to also say down here is available equals false, because we don't want this object to be available anymore after we have an item in it. Alright, so now that we have all that stuff done, that is a basic part of it. So this probably would not work right away if you start it, so we actually need to enter in the next function. So we're going to say public void slot remove, or remove item. Let's do that. Remove item, and we're going to say GameObject.find. We're going to find the main camera again. And I'm going to say .GameObject.getComponent, and we're going to get a component of inventory manager, and then we're going to say .items, and then we're going to say number transform.parent equals null. By the way, I don't have great memory, so I'm actually looking at another screen here, copying the code off of it. And because I have another project that I'm working on, so the same project except different code. That's how I remember all this stuff and write it up. Okay, so instead we're going to say .transform. Well, we don't need to do that. We just need to say .GameObject.set active. We're going to actually set it to false. So we're going to delete null and say false. Alright, so next after that we're going to say, yeah, this is the, we're going to actually do a for loop here, for each loop. So for loop, same thing. We're going to say slot. Slots equals find game objects of type, so game objects of type, and we're going to say the type is going to be type of, and then slot, and then we're going to also say as a slot. Alright, that's now that line's over with. Let's do the next one. So for each slot in slots, I'm gonna say if slot.number, slot.number, we need to capitalize that, sorry about that, number equals 0, or it's not equals 0, it's because we don't want, yeah, there we go. And then we're gonna say slot.number minus equals 1. Okay, next we're gonna say out of the for each loop, we're gonna say this dot game object dot get component, and we're just gonna turn the image back on. I think, yeah, image. We need to dot override sprite equals original. So the original sprite, which if it equals nothing, it should go back to the very first sprite dot find scheme object dot find main camera, and then we're just gonna say dot game object dot get component inventory manager dot items dot remove at number. Okay, so, and then we're also going to say is available equals true now, because it's now available. Because when we remove the everything, it's available. So is available equals true. Okay, so that I think is about everything. So if we went ahead and played this, we have an error type slot does not contain vision. Okay, let's go ahead and open this up. Where is this? This is in imagery manager. So evidently I did something wrong. Is available. Okay, let's just copy this and go back to here and paste it here and here and here. And is available here. I think there. That should be all. Let's go ahead and look at, see, drawing game objects of type does not exist. That's alright, I can go ahead and change that. See if I got that wrong right. Find. Hold on. Find game objects. Oh, find objects. Not game objects. Of type. And we'll do delete that and there. Alright, so that's finished. Slot does not contain a definition for what? For number and no extensions per number. Aha. Number. Okay guys, so we have no more errors now. So if we actually went ahead and played this, it would be fine and it would be exactly like last time. So same thing, exact same thing, nothing really changed. And as you can see, nothing's changed. We can click these and nothing happens. Well, that's because we haven't assigned it yet. So if you go under the slots, in each slot has you have to actually do this. You have to add a click event on the button, and you just pull the slot script in there like that through the same game object, and you have to click no function and click over slot, and then down here you can do remove item. So that's basically what you have to do for them all. So I'm going to do it one more time to show you guys what to do. Here we go, and you could also do it like this. But you have to do this for every single item, which takes a good while. So I'm probably going to do all this and I will be back. Okay guys, so I've just went ahead and did all that. Another thing you have to do though is you have to rename all the slots actually, because if you go to the main camera, the list size starts with 0. And our names don't start with 0, so we actually have to change these names 0, 1, and all the way through. And we have 12 slots here. So as you saw in the code, I had already done that in the other project that I have that is completed. So yeah, I have that in there, and I just forgot to rename these. Alright, so now if we played this, when we click it, it should move, and if we see it right, we actually don't turn it on, okay. And we should have 0 items in the list, which is awesome. So we basically have it finished. Other than when we click the game objects in, remove them from our inventory. As you can see, the cubes aren't there. They don't turn back on. So that's actually not good. We have to turn them back on. Game object is set active, and we have to actually set active to true. I said false, but it actually needs to be true. Another thing we have to do is go into, let's see, this is slots, which is not good. We need the, let's do this. This is inventory manager, yes. It should start with 0. So, next slot equals 0. So we have to actually do that, and then in here, next slot, yeah, they should now be 0, and the main camera actually needs to, next slot equals 0. There. That's all we had to do. Let's go ahead and take these guys, and they spawn right at this guy. Okay, which is perfect. Now we have almost a pretty good working inventory. Something I have not tested is if the game object comes out the right way. So let's go ahead and actually create a material for each of these. We'll do 1, 2, and 3. And if it doesn't, I will I'll go ahead and code that up. So let's go ahead and go over here, and we're gonna have white and a random color, and yeah, it works. Alright, so I'm gonna assign these. There we go. Alright, so I'm not sure if this will work. Let's go ahead and see. We have that, and we click it, and I'm not sure if, okay, I'm not sure if it actually worked there, so let's go ahead and see. Okay, white, good. Move it to the side. Pick up the red one, red, and blue. Perfect. So now all this stuff works, and we can actually put things in our inventory and drop them, and actually we can also pick them back up again because it's the same object. Now, what actually I'm going to do is I'm just going to select them and duplicate them and create a lot of them because, yeah. We're also going to go in the code and change the raycast size for the camera to something more like 5 or 10. It depends if you're having a first-person character, which we will put in a minute here. Then you need it to set it like 5. So we're actually also going to change the input to get mouse button down, so where you don't have to, you can't just like hold your mouse down and like just get every single item. So if we go ahead and grab all of them, that's our full inventory. We actually want to add one more than a full inventory. So we want to get them all. And as you can see, we can't actually pick them up because our inventory is full. So now if we dropped this, if we dropped one of them, and then we can, let's see. Can I pick them up now? No. Oh, yes. Yeah, we could pick them up. Okay. So, that works. We actually also I want to go ahead and put some text in. Okay, so, that works, but, yeah, let's just go ahead and put in the text. So let's go ahead and make UI text, and I'm going to make pure black, and I'm going to move it in the middle of the screen, and I'm going to say imagery spool is full. Okay, and we're gonna set this to bold. There, imagery spool. Okay, we're actually also gonna turn this off, and then we're gonna go into our code here in our imagery manager. We're gonna say public game object text or full text, because that's our imagery spool text, and then we're gonna say if let's see game object find next slot slot is available. Okay, yeah, let's do that. So if actually we're gonna say the slot of 12 and or 11, the slot of 11, and so if it's not available, so if it's not available, and so if slot 11 is not available and slot 1 is not available, then we're going to go ahead and display this text. So we're going to say full text dot set active to true. And we haven't set our text yet, so let's go and do that before we do anything else. Let's find it. There we go. Okay. So now we just go ahead and select all the stuff, and it's not popped up yet. Let's go ahead and say imagery spool, and then yeah, imagery spool. And if we deselect stuff, it's still there, so we don't want that. If we say else full text dot set active to false, and yeah, that'll work. Okay. And we now have imagery spool, and when it's not full, let's go ahead and click this. It's not full anymore, so that's good. Now that we have that working, we're actually also going to say, to where it doesn't call this on update, we're going to say, oh, actually yeah, let's do this. If game object dot, well, let's do full text dot, is active. Well, let's just not do this. Let's not do that. Okay, so, that's our full inventory. It tells us of our inventory spool, but this is still not the best. We still want to go in and put it under, we actually want to put it under the hit transform here. And it looks all weird. That's great. I'm going to need to fix that up, but yeah. Let's go in and fix this. And boom. There we go. Alright. And yeah. We need this to go in the update function still. Outside of any if statements. And it's all weird. Great. I don't like when it's all weird. Okay. There. That should work. Alright, so now we go in here, and if we go and look through this, we don't see the imagery spool text, and then when we click this, imagery spool. And actually, yeah, inventory spool will stay up there until, you can actually change that if you want to, but we're... Okay, guys, so unfortunately, if you go in here and press Q, and this stuff, and if your inventory spool, when it's not full, it won't go away anymore, because it is in this loop here. Full text is set active to false. So we're actually going to say, we're just going to copy this, actually delete the else statement, paste it out here, except this time we're just gonna delete delete this and say well, actually we're not gonna delete the top one, we just want to delete the else statement again, and we're gonna say false, and we're also gonna change this to true. So if it's true and true, that's all we're gonna do. And there we go. Alright. So now we can go back to playing this. Alright. Select all this stuff here, and let's get full imagery. Imagery spool. Yes, I know it is spool. There we go. And we're actually gonna say slot 11 and 0. And then we're gonna delete this one here, and we're just gonna say if slot 0 is not full. And boom. So now we can pick this up again. Inventory's not full though. I can pick this up. I should be able to. Let's drop all my stuff here. Oh yeah, I was able to pick it up. Also, instead of doing a number, we're actually just going to say next slot. And same with over here. Change this to next. Well, actually over there, over here. Yeah, next slot. If next slot is, well, down here actually, that's not going to work. Let's go ahead and just do that. And hopefully, when we go over here and do all this stuff. Okay. Still not going. Alright, well actually we'll just change the top one back to 0. I think we'll just do that. Yeah, we'll just do that. Alright. Now this should work fine. Inventory spool, yay. Yeah, let's drop this one, and inventory's not full anymore, even though it kinda is for some really weird reason. Let's drop some stuff here. Okay, so evidently we have to drop all our stuff for it to pick up. Okay, that was interesting. Let's go ahead and look to see what our next slot was supposed to be. Okay, our next slot is 0. So if we drop 0, our next slot is 2. Let's try that one more time. See what's going on here. Okay, so our next slot is 0. And when we click this, our next slot is 1 again. So, so evidently right here we're saying, if it's full, then, yeah. Okay, we're gonna just give this an else statement. And wrap all of this into an else statement. So if we're not full, then you can do all that stuff. But if we are full, then don't do any of it. That should work fine. So now then when we go here, inventory spool, if we drop this, inventory spool again for some really weird reason, and our next slot is 0. So there we go. So we were able to pick it up here. Yeah, we were able to pick it up. I just didn't click it for some reason or something like that. Alright, so we're actually going to delete these cubes because we don't really need them. Oh, we'll delete all but 3. Just where we have more space over here. Also, we can do this. There you go. And we'll name this items. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and add the character in. So we're just going to import the package of characters. And this will import. It may take a little while, so I'm going to come back when it's already imported. Alright, so it is imported. Let's go to characters, first person. I'm actually going to add the first person in here, so throw in the FPS controller, and you're actually going to have to remove some stuff here. So you're going to actually have to remove the rigid body completely. So that is something that will completely destroy your raycast. So we're going to throw in Inventory Manager, and we're going to throw in our text in the canvas, and everything is fine. So we could use this, but we actually have to change the name of the camera to main camera, and we have to delete our other camera. So we can open this up, and object reference not set to an instance of an object. Why is that? Let's look through here. Let's throw the inventory manager on the camera instead of the controller itself. Boom, 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 and boom. Oh, there's that one. Boom. There's the red one that we picked up, and there's the blue one that we picked up. So that's pretty cool, but unfortunately it's stuck to our camera, and we don't have our mouse. So under first person controller, we're going to turn off, under mouse look, we're going to turn off lock cursor, and then also, we're also going to go into our code here and say, where is, there we go, our slot, and we're just going to say, where's slot? Yes, here it is. We're just going to go under here, and we're going to say, wherever we set, game object to true, we're actually going to also set the position. And this will be a little longer line of code here. So this transform.position actually equals new vector 3. It may actually, let's just do equals vector 3. This dot transform dot, yeah, actually, let's do items number dot transform dot position dot x, and see, and we're actually on the x, we're just going to say times 2, and we're just going to copy this and paste it twice, except without the times 2. And we're going to change the middle one to y and the last one to z. So we go ahead and play this, and there is a error of some sort. We'll do new vector 3 just to see. Items does not get, oh man. Alright, so we actually have to put this in the beginning of all of them, which is going to make it super long, like a gigantic line of code, which is not the best for showing you guys. So basically just paste this and run everything and then add a dot, which stinks because this is now a gigantic line of code. That's unfortunate. You can, if you want, you guys can download the GitHub project from the link in the description. So yeah, so if this line is too long for you guys to look at, and you guys don't want to type out this line, go to the script under slot and on line 35. That's the line of code. So go and go do that if you don't want to type it all out. So no error anymore. We can now select these, and when we drop them, it doesn't drop them right on our heads. Instead, it drops them beside us. And also, for our items, we want to add a rigid body. So let's just go and do that. Alright. So we can grab them and drop them, and there's the items. Where'd the other one go? There it is. So yeah, that's dropping the items. The next tutorial will be about tooltips and taking the tools out and having those working. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to see more videos like this, then leave a like, and if you want to, please subscribe if you like the videos. I'll see you in the next tutorial.